All right, we are live on Facebook. Welcome in our Facebook audience. We do have the countdown happening here. We're going to have Pastor Mel, Coach D, and an all-star panel as we do every Sunday night. We are now 2 minutes and 5 seconds away. As I speak, of course, I think some of you on Facebook Live lag behind 10 seconds. I'm not quite sure how that works out with the voice and everything. But anyway, we are going to get going here momentarily. And Pastor Mel, I'm going to make you the host one more time.
Perfect.
All right, you are now the hostess with the mostest. Have a great fireside chat, Pastor.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and start sharing this broadcast. We got the countdown going on in full effect. We'll be with you in less than 2 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it is about that time. Let me just do one real quick check so I can make sure it's also sharing on a few of these pages. And I want you to do me the favor, if you will, for everybody that wants to be a blessing to somebody else, will you go ahead and share this? Put it on your page and share it with some friends, put it in a group, so forth and so on. We are grateful and thankful that we have this opportunity tonight to share with each and every one of you around the globe, 63 nations strong, in behalf of the banner that we wave, and we wave it so proudly, that is Travorium, because we know this to be true. A better life requires a better way. And if you can hear me in the comments, go ahead and put something in there. Let me know where you are. Let me know what city, what state you represent, even what nation. Shout out to our dear sister Mamu. I think I saw her first in the details. In the comments, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw her there. Let me see if I can make this happen. Yeah, I think I can see some of these. All right, we got Mamu is in the house. We got Carol is in the house. We got Kyle Thrower is in the house. And if you guys are going to be on tonight, please go ahead and get into the position. I'm going to try. Y'all know I'm technically challenged sometimes. I'll try to give you the permissions to be on and to share some of the information, the great testimonies that you have about this, if you can get into the back office, but I'm going to need some help with that. I have my big sister. She's going to be coming in a little bit late. She has all kinds of things, great things happening right now, and we're very excited. Shout out to Coach Steve. But let me go ahead and just get this party started. Again, this is Mel Keys here in San Antonio, Texas, speaking in behalf of Travorium, and I want to thank Coach Todd for getting it set up for us, and of course to the Hart family and all the key leaders out there in the field that have made this thing do what it does. And tonight we're going to be talking about it from the perspective that you can't lose with the stuff we use. Go ahead and put that in the comments, ma'am. Go ahead and put that in the comments, sir. Be proud about it, because it's nothing but the truth. Say it again. You can't lose with the stuff we use. So everything I'm going to talk about tonight, it's about the fact that literally you just can't lose with Travorium. We know this is the case, and a better life requires a better way. So let's go ahead and get right off into it. Here's a quick but honest disclaimer, full disclosure. We will not make any income claims and promises and guarantees. Now, there are a lot of people making a whole lot of money, and there are a lot of people who are getting travel for free. And whether you're on one end or the other, you choose your place. You choose your place. No one chooses it for you. The persons who share this with you, no matter where they are in this particular program, they can move further than you are. And that's a great thing. So I want to encourage you tonight that this thing can do what it is that it says it will do if you put the work in. How about that? Let's just go with that. Now, let's get back into it. If you had all the time and money in the world, what would you be doing? What would you do differently? We ask that question several times a week, sometimes several times a day, people all around the world. And for the most part, there's a 99.99% of the chance that the people are going to say some way or another, hey, it's going to include some travel. We have places to go, things to do, and people to see. And we love to travel. It's true universally. With that being the case, why don't more people do so? If that's what we would do if we had all the time in the world and all the money in the world, why don't we do it? Well, that's simple, because we don't have either of those. Well, tonight, if you're paying attention, tonight, if you're taking notes, tonight, if you're ready, we're going to share with you. It's not instant. It's not overnight, but we're going to show you a method. We're going to show you a clear path of how to get two things back that you need. And if you've never had them, it'll be brand new for you. We're going to show you how to get your time back, and we're going to show you how to get the money you need to live the life that you've only dreamed about. Now, let's be clear about this thing. A lot of people dream about travel, and we want you to continue dreaming, but we want you to dream differently. Somebody put that in the comments. We want you to dream differently. Most people dream about travel with their eyes closed. We're going to show you how to dream about travel with your eyes wide open. We're going to put it right in front of your face. But first, let's look at how so many people around the world, in fact, the majority of the people around the world, let's look at how they travel. They travel at least 5 different ways. I hope it's not you, but if it is you, it's not too late, because we're going to show you the game-changing strategy to change all of that, because you can't lose with the stuff we use. Here's the number one way people travel. They pay ridiculously high retail rates. They pay higher prices. Now, in some cases, they think they're getting a deal. They think that they're winning, but they're not. They're losing because they're spending money that they really don't have to spend to get something that they really want. They want to travel, so they pay all kind of money for it. And it costs money to travel, but it doesn't have to cost, I'm sure, what you've been paying in the past. So we want to tell you tonight or today, whether you're watching the replay, no more retail. We're going to show you how to get out of those ridiculous retail rates. And we're going to show you the second way that most people travel. Number 2, most people travel, when they travel, they just run up the credit card. They maybe haven't realized that that plastic, it has a bite. It has an after bite. You put it on a card, out of sight, out of mind. But guess what? 30 days later, come on, you got to pay the piper. And there are so many people. Listen, I've been in that category. I've been in that space, not trying to shame you, not trying to shun you or anything like that. It's the truth. I've been in a place where you charge and put it there and you're happy about it, that you were able to go $3 grand, $4 grand. But that next month, you're like, oh my God, what did I do? And here it is. You enjoyed your vacation. Everybody had a chance to go. But 6 months later, you're ready for another vacation and you haven't even paid for the first one. Sometimes a year later, you haven't even paid for, come on, you haven't even paid for the cruise that you took last year. And here's another one. So I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you. Most people travel this way. That's one of the top ways they travel, but you don't have to be in that group. Come on and put this in the comments. Hashtag no more credit card. No more credit card. Yeah, we're going to show you with your time back and your travel, we're going to show you how to eliminate not only the credit card debt for your travel, but if you pay a close enough attention, we'll show you how to eliminate those credit card debts all together. How do most people travel? Number 3, they do the timeshare thing. My God, my God, my God. I don't know if you've been there and done that. T-shirt and hat, socks and everything else. Woo, what a trip. Not a road trip either, just a trip. Those timeshares, they will, an arm, a leg, a kidney, and really they take your brain when you sign that contract, because you think you're getting so much, but no, what you're doing is you're giving away. You're not getting so much, you're giving so much for something that is so small. Could I tell you that with this program, Trevorium, A Better Life Requires a Better Way. You can't lose the stuff we use. With this program, the timeshare that I used to pay $379 a month for stayed there twice. And each time I paid $59 to stay the whole week. No mortgage, no maintenance fees, no obligation one way or the other. Just enjoyed it at my own pleasure. And I want to encourage you tonight that if you know anybody that's about to buy a timeshare, point them my way, because they're going to be your best friend. They're just going to absolutely love you. Let me share with you the next one. How do most people travel? They stay with other people. Fill in the blank. I don't know who it is. Pookie, Paul, Tyrone. I don't know who it is. But whoever it is, sometimes it's just best to have your own space, your own place, especially when you can stay at 5-star locations and destinations and pay 2-star prices. How about that? You can stay at some of the best and most amazing places that you would ever want, where you've always wanted to stay, but you don't have to pay those ridiculous prices that will go along with it. And if you like, invite somebody to the lobby, invite them to your room, so forth and so on, without having to stay with them. That's even a better plan. Number 5, how do most people travel? This, to me, is the most tragic way most people travel. The answer is they really don't. They just continue to dream about it with their eyes closed, and they sometimes live vicariously through others, and they scroll through all the timelines and all the tweets and so forth and so on, and Instagram, and they just say, one day I'm going to do it in the great by and by. Well, it's too late after that. Come on now. We're talking about on earth. Why not do what you are able to do now? And we're going to show you that you'll be fully capable of doing it if you make the switch. Somebody go ahead and put that in the comments. Hashtag make the switch. What switch are we talking about? We're talking about the Trevorium switch, the way you used to travel to the way you need to start traveling, the way you should travel, because we have a better way for you to travel. In fact, not only do we have a better way for you to travel, here's the essence: a better life requires a better way, because you can't lose with the stuff we use. Now let's go a little bit deeper. This program that we're going to talk to you tonight, not only does it talk about travel, but it will show you how to literally multiply the streams of income within your household. I'm not telling you what I've heard. I'm telling you what I know. You can multiply the streams of income inside of your household. You have money going out all kinds of ways. You have all kinds of bills for utilities, bills for credit cards that we just mentioned, bills for mortgages and rent and insurance and growth. Man, you got money going out all kinds of ways. But how many different ways do you have money coming into your home? Well, if you want to multiply the number of streams of income coming into your home, Trevorium is absolutely one of the best ways that you can think of. A better life does require a better way, and we're going to show you how to do that. And this comes from the teaching and the thinking, the thought process of gentlemen like Warren Buffett. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, he says, you will work until you die. Now, you don't have to go too many places. You don't have to go too far to see that, there's a lot of seasoned individuals out there that could very well be in their, what we call your golden years of retirement, where you're literally reaping the reward of all of the labor that you've done for 5 decades, sometimes 6 decades. But here it is. So many of those individuals, hardworking, working, laboring around the clock, sometimes 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs, but because they were not prepared and they did not take the heed, this type of mindset they were not able to retirement. What could and should perhaps be their golden years, my God, are still nightmare years. But he said it this way again: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And who wants, come on now, you're 70 plus, 80 plus years old, and you're not doing what you want. You're doing what others want you to do simply because you still need to buy groceries or need to buy gasoline or need to buy medication. We're telling you it's time for something different, and we have the solution to this, and we're so proud about it. Same teaching is the thinking of Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, who has put together some game-changing curriculum and literature out in the educational space for finances. We want you to Google him. We want you to go to Amazon and get a number of his books and all of the type of stuff he's put out. But one of the ones, my favorite, in fact, the cash flow quadrant. We won't take long, but just understand the cash flow quadrant, 4 sections. The 2 on the left are completely different from the 2 on the right. They are completely opposites. On the left side of this diagram that you see, that's where the crowd is. 95% of the people are there, but only 5% of the wealth. Just figure that math real quickly. 95% of the people, but 5% of the wealth. Well, what are the type of people that are there? Why is that so crowded? Because at the top of that space, you have everybody who's working for somebody else. Those are the E quadrant folk, the employed, the employees, great people, work hard, nothing against that type of person, but you got to understand it's not the way to create wealth. They didn't get the memo. They were duped into thinking that that's how you create wealth. No, that's how you might pay some bills. That's how you keep some groceries, come on, in the cupboard. That's all fine and good, but that's not how you create wealth. Very few people in that E quadrant ever go on to create amazing amounts of wealth. Now I'm talking about wealth. I'm not just talking about, well, they doing all right. No, I'm talking about wealth is not created in the E quadrant, but that E quadrant puts in all, they trade time for dollars, whether it's the salary or whether it's the hourly wage. Listen, there's only so many hours in the day. But what they do is they work and they build the dream and the vision of the person who hired them. Now, the S quadrant is completely different in that that person has a skill set that they probably developed as being in the E quadrant, and they learned that I can do this for myself and get paid more. Why am I being paid $30 an hour, even though my employer is being paid $100 an hour on my work? I can do that for myself and I'll be much better off. Well, that's true in so many of the cases. So they go out and they start their own business. Maybe it's a catering business. Maybe it's a veterinarian service. Maybe it's a dog grooming, whatever, barber, beautician, real estate, insurance, whatever it is. But here's what happens. They usually make a lot more money, but they also usually have a lot less time because they're putting in time that they have to put on their own. And then they have to cover all the other people that didn't show up. Come on. And then they have all this administrative stuff. So it's very time consuming, even though they're making a lot more money in most cases. So on that left side of the quadrant, the E and the S, great place to start, but you really want to get to the right as soon as possible. Somebody put this in the comments: move to the right. Don't get left. Don't live with leftovers. Move to the right side, because the right side, put it in the comments, is the right side. Why is the right side the right side? Very quickly, because the B quadrant and the I quadrant, that's where the majority of wealth is created. In that particular position alone, 5% of the population is there, but 95% of the wealth. Do the math again. 5% of the population. So there's no crowd at all. Very few, small minority, but 95% of the wealth. That's where the majority of the wealth is. The B is the business owner, and you better believe that's what Trevorium is all about. We have a turnkey operation to show you how to become that business owner. We have a system in place specifically with you in mind just for that. And then the I quadrant, we hold that space as well, because we show you with our trade program, which we'll talk about in just a moment, how to become an investor without even doing all the things that others have to do to get into that space. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and proceed even further, because Trevorium is the bomb.com. I got Coach D in the house, and if you're in the backyard, in the back office, let me know. We'll be getting you in real soon. 3 ways to make more money: save money, make money, grow money. Somebody put that in the comments. Save money, make money, grow money. Man, save money, make money, grow money. If those are things that you're interested in, you're in the right place at the right time. Here's why we say this, because as it pertains to travel, we'll get to trade in just a moment. The 3 things we do, and we do them with excellence. We do them better than anything that I've seen on the planet. And that is, number 1, we show you how to get substantially discounted prices. The reason I got involved, literally, is because of the prices that I saw that we had in this club, in this travel club. Literally speaking, these prices were beating the prices. I was already a travel agent. They were beating the prices that I was entitled to as a travel agent. I was like, how in the world is this even possible? So I investigated, and I asked questions, and I talked to my big sister, my coach, my sister here, and Coach D, ambassador here. She showed me, and I have not looked back since, all because of these ridiculous, amazing, substantially discounted prices. And you want to make sure that if you want to get the real discounts, you want to be a part of this program. Number 2, here's what we do. We show you not only how to get those amazing discounts better than travel agent prices, but we show you how to travel for free. If you've ever in your life thought about, amen, getting something free, travel is a great thing to get free. This is the place to do it. I've not seen it anywhere else like this, where you can travel not just every once in a while because you won a contest or you came in number 3 position. No, we're talking about regardless, whether you build a business or not, whether you've been in 10 years or not, you can come in tonight and you're already starting. Listen, don't miss this. You're starting out the block day 1, the recipient of free travel. Number 3, here's my favorite part. We show you how to get paid as you travel. 3 things we do: discounted travel, and I should say substantially discounted travel, travel for free, and number 3, my favorite, getting paid to travel. If those things are the things you love, listen, you should already be in the inbox of the person that invited you to this broadcast. You should already be saying, hey, what do I need to do to get started? Because this was all put together by the visionary, the Hart family. Shout out to the Harts, amazing, amazing leaders who have changed life for so many people around the globe in 63 plus nations. They started this company 9 years ago, but they have well over 3 decades of business experience and acumen, literally the type of people that could be doing anything, making wealth for themselves, which they did with class and style, making wealth for their own family. But 9 years ago, they changed the whole game, and they put this program in place, not just to make wealth for their family, but to make extraordinary wealth for families all around the world, just like you and I. And this is 63 nations strong. We're talking about the fact that in the past months behind us, just 2019, for example, 400% annual growth. In fact, last year through the COVID stuff, think of a company that grew through COVID. Well, don't think too long. It's right here. Trevorium, the travel company, grew through COVID, paid out tens of millions of dollars in commissions to everyday ordinary people all around the world. That's the type of stuff we have going on right here at Trevorium. And that's why we say you can't lose with the stuff we use, and a better life requires a better way. And we are dead smack in the middle, in the center of 3 very prominent places. Of course, travel, the trade, and then direct sales. So let's talk about trade. Let's jump into that real quick. We're talking about the Forex market. And I hope Kyle Thrower is in place in the back office, because I want to hear some of his testimony tonight. I want you all to get that. If he's in that back office, we're going to get him to share some of his amazing testimonies. But some of us, myself included, until a few years ago, never heard those letters come together and pronounce this word Forex. Had no clue what a Forex was, what a Forex is or would be. Didn't have a blues clue about it one way or the other. Well, here's what I didn't know. And many times you just don't know what you just don't know. And if that's you, it's all right. We can put you in the know, and we can put you in a space, because knowledge is power. but the right use of it and having someone who can coach you through that knowledge, that new knowledge to reduce your learning curve, man, that changes everything. And that's what we want to do with you if you're the type of person who's coachable and the type of person who's willing. This Forex market has been there all along. I'm not going to go into long detail, but man, we're talking about ancient times. We're talking about pre-Bible days and all of that. It is literally now a $6.8 trillion daily industry. Between 6 to 8 trillion is being spent, being traded on the market every single day, and most of us still don't even know it exists. It is the largest financial institution on the planet, 20 times larger than the US stock market. Guys, I want to tell you something. This thing is a life changer, game changer. It's a changer all the way around. But again, most of us never knew it. It is the wealthy person's treasure chest that they kept a secret for as long as they could. But now the secret is out. And the more you learn about this, the more you get in position for this and get in a spot where you can master it, it will change not only your life, but the generations in front of you. So you want to learn as much as you can about this Forex market. And you definitely want to get in position with our program because we can take you by the hands and walk you through and reduce your learning curve. We have a state-of-the-art trading platform, an educational system that will literally treat you as if you're going to school at your own pace to learn the things that you, I'm sure, didn't learn in high school. You didn't learn them even in college and so forth and so on, but you'll learn them right here in this space with us. And we have traders with experience. And right now, I'll tell you this, those trade ideas they give out every single day, they are winning. They're winning. Yes, they're winning 70% of the time is about the average. That means there's loss involved. And we want to tell you up front, there's always going to be loss involved in what we call investments. But the rewards and the losses go together. And with a 70% winning ratio, you do the math, you'll find out how powerfully that can change your life. If you want more information about the Forex program and what we do and how we do it, definitely get back with the person that invites you to this program. Then the travel industry itself. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I can talk all day about this. I mean, prior to Travorium, my wife and I, we were traveling maybe a 1 or 2 places a year. And since we've been involved in Travorium, November, in fact, will be our 4th year. We've multiplied our travel experiences 4 to 6 times a year. We're going places that we probably definitely wouldn't have been going before. I mean, all kind of places all around the world simply because of this program, allowing us to pay pennies on the dollar. And we're no exception to the rule. This goes for anybody and everybody who's a part of the Travorium experience, whether you're building a business that has absolutely nothing to do with it. It just has to do with the fact that the program we have in place is top notch above the rest. In fact, you need to know this. This program allows us to see that this is how big it is. When you look at the top 10 companies, the largest companies doing business on the internet, of those 10 companies, 2 of them, in fact, are travel companies themselves. You see them highlighted in yellow there, Priceline and Expedia. This is what you need to know. Those companies literally lock and key hold all the other ones. They are literally over all the other companies. At least 80% of the other companies are either a part of the Priceline group or part of the Expedia group. And when you go to one, you go on to the other, and their prices are what? A couple of dollars difference between one and the other. And every single one of them, what are they doing? They're charging us retail. When you do a booking, I don't care which one you use, you are paying a retail rate. This is how you know it. Look at how they have positioned themselves as 2 of the largest, fastest growing companies on the internet. They do not own anything related to travel. They don't own the cruise ships. They don't own the hotels. They don't even own a fleet of rental. They don't own any of that stuff, but they have mastered their marketing. And as such, they have CEOs and corporate staff who are making millions of dollars. In fact, getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in bonuses on stuff that they don't even have to offer. They're just marketing it online as the middle person. Well, we're going to show you a way to skip all of that, cut through the chase, eliminate the middle person, and be able to get all that they're offering you. Again, 3 ways: substantially discounted prices, number 2, free, or number 3, instead of them getting paid, we're going to show you how you can get paid instead. Now, if that's something of interest to you, if you would rather get paid than Expedia, if you would rather get paid than Priceline getting paid, if you would rather get paid than Kayak and Hotels and Travelot, if you would rather get paid than them, let me know. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Go ahead and say, I would rather get paid. If that's you tonight, again, we're going to have to connect you with the person that invited you to this broadcast. Because not only are we getting paid because of travel, but we're getting paid because of all the activities, the cruises, the tours, the group travel, the rental cars, the resorts, the shows, the hotels, the full spectrum of things that are a part of the sector. We have the ability to get paid on each and every one of those activities. These are the types of activities we're talking about. When you go to the resort, like the one you see on the screen here, Cancun, man, we'll be there in a few weeks ahead. Man, I can't wait to get there and see the family there. Shout out to us if we'll see you in Cancun. It's going to be an amazing time. But these are the type of prices in one of our programs that we have available, one of our layers of travel. Why would you pay $17.97 to stay here when you can pay about $650 less with us in this particular regard? But we're going to show you how we can do much better than that. Paradise Point, San Diego, we were just there a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I think that was. I'm losing track of the time. We had an amazing time. I think we paid what, $269, $299, 4 days. Manchester Hyatt, Grand Hyatt. In fact, it was a premium 5-star hotel resort, breakfast included. We paid $269 for the 4 days, 3 nights. Everybody else was paying that for at least that or more a night, and we're paying it for all of the state. I'm telling you, these are just some amazing things. The Dreamcation platform, my God, over 2,000 destinations all around the world. Pennies on the dollar. You can stay 8 days, 7 nights for as little as $0.00. You walk away just paying the tax. Places like, again, Cabo San Lucas, 7 nights, 8 days, $4.99 would be the retail, and that's not a bad retail, in fact, but why not go all the way down to $0.00, walk out just paying the tax? Orlando, Florida, my God, why not take the grandkids and the children on a regular to Orlando, Florida, so that they can see the things that you grew up with and enjoy the Disney, amen, of what they've seen on TV? Why does it have to be something they see as a channel and not something they see in real life? Especially when you can pay, even as a titanium member, $18.43 a night, or as little as $1 a night as a platinum member. Why not enjoy the Canary Island in Spain and pay, again, $0.00 or $14.14 a night, less than $15 a night, y'all? I want to slow down and make sure you get this. Where can you stay, wherever you are? I don't know where you are, but where can you stay for $15 a night? I would dare to argue that you can't stay at your house for $15 a night, but we're going to show you how to stay at 5-star resorts, hotels all around the world at your discretion, and you'll be able to stay with those types of ridiculous prices. Better yet, we'll show you how to do it and get paid in doing so. These are our world tours and things that we would love to talk about if we had more time, but I want to get some of our people in place and in position. I can go on and on and on talking about all these great prices, all these great places, but whether it's the place or the price that attracts you the most, we have so much more that we can show you. We just don't have time to get into all the nitty-gritty details, but we have a program called the Travel Trader Program, and in the Travel Trader Program, it combines the best of both worlds. It combines the travel, it combines the trade, and it makes you the travel trader, and the life that you're living changes the moment you make the decision to become a serious travel trader using the Travorium Experience platform. And we have a compensation plan that I won't go into tonight, but it will totally revitalize your income structure. It can literally not only supplement and add a little bit extra to your household income, but this type of compensation plan is what we call a 10X compensation plan. It can literally, if you choose, replace the type of income that you're used and accustomed to earning in your household every single week or month, however it is that you're paid. So we won't go much into those details, but we will say with all the income that's available, with all the extra perks, the dream car bonus, the ambassador pool, the ambassador extra vacations, and all those types of things, all we've been trying to say in a very quick fashion, a quick way, is Travorium. It's all about this: a better life requires a better way, and you can't lose with the stuff we use. So here's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see if I can get some of my friends in place and in position. And if I'm able to do so properly, I'm promoting Mr. Kyle Thrower as we speak. I think I'm doing it correctly. Hopefully I am. And if we have Coach D in position, we want to get her. I see Miss Lisa there. Minister Lisa, I'm promoting you as well. If you all can check your camera and all of that type of stuff, I think I'm getting it together. We have Tyrone is in the house. You better call Tyrone. I'm calling him. Let's see if we can get him in place. And if we have any others, just raise your hand that we'll be able to share some testimonials with us on today. I'm going to make Kyle Thrower. You should be able to put your camera on now. Minister Lisa, let me see. Let me see if I can get you taken care of. Give me just one moment. Make co-host. Minister Lisa, let's see if you can get that camera on. And I think we got Kyle. There you go, man. You're looking great. If you can unmute yourself, unmute yourself.
All right. Yes.
Man, are you still in Vegas, my friend? You have the longest birthday ever.
I want to go back to San Diego already.
Oh my God. Man, listen, I want you to start out for us while everybody else is getting in place and in position. Start out telling us the things that stood out while I was trying to move as quickly as I could and present as much information as fast as I could. What is it that you can testify, real deal in Holyfield, that has changed your life about this Travorium experience? Speak freely on that, my friend.
Everything has, basically. I've been at the company for 5 years, and I worked at a hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, and I was born and raised in Las Vegas. So I was around hospitality my whole life. And, everybody talks about great hotels and everything. And I'm like, okay, I've been there and that's all right. And so going to the hotel wasn't the experience that much. I was exterminator in the past and did commercial, and I was in the hotels before. So I was a working stiff. I went to school, I dropped out of college, went back and forth and paid it. Worked 2 jobs at the same time, could never travel. And so I'd always say, one of these days I'm going to travel, one of these days I'm going to travel. I get into my 50s and didn't travel that much. I traveled because of groups I was in. I used to sing and dance and perform in high school and college. And we do some performance. We get off, we do some quick sightseeing, 2 seconds, jump back on a bus or jump on a plane and go back home. And it's like, okay, one of these days I'll go back to that place. And it just never happened. So I was working on Las Vegas Strip. I was selling burgers and beer at a resort pool. And a bartender that was there introduced me to his friend from high school who was in Hawaii. And her name is Desiree. So Desiree is my sponsor to get in this company. And she did a 3-way call with Hollywood. If anybody remembers Robert Hollywood, unfortunately, he passed earlier this year. And so that happened 5 years ago. And I jumped in the company because I wanted to travel. I hadn't traveled in over 19 years before that. So I finally took a trip. It was about 2 years after being in Travorium because I couldn't travel because the work wouldn't let me off, or it was always some reason. So I started my trips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The last couple was 16 and 17. And yeah, if I wasn't working the job, I'd probably be on like 50 or 75 trips by now. You basically do a lot of your traveling for free, and it's free, or you get the tax write-offs. You can't lose with this system. I feel blessed. As I said, I just had a birthday week and I stayed in 2 places, a OK Hotel and then a BAM World Tour Hotel And I love to see all the family members, the Trevorian family, and it was really a blessing to see everybody. And we're going to see even more. I thought everybody on the screen was going to be at San Diego, but I think everybody on the screen is going to be in Cancun.
Right.
So I love to see everybody. It was so much fun in San Diego. I wish we did that every month, to tell you the truth.
Oh, wow. It's coming. It's coming.
And Cancun is going to probably be even better than that. So can't lose with this company. Oh, and I didn't talk about the trading side.
Please do. Bring that out.
I learned how to trade. You could win on the first day with the trading. You just learn how to press the buttons and copy what they say. Price Action told us to look for some trades with BTC on a Thursday. It started on a Thursday, it ended on a Saturday. I got scared on a Friday and jumped out when I made 33,000. If I stayed in, I would have made over 100,000 easily. So you can win with this company. You can win with the leadership and the education. Everything's there, the videos, the instruction, the wonderful, beautiful people. The brothers and sisters that are on the screen are just a small amount of the people that are your support behind you. Everybody's a winner. All you do is just join the company. The only way you lose is if you quit.
Good God Almighty. Y'all better write that down. The only way you lose is if you quit. Well, there's two ways. The only way you lose is if you quit or you don't get started.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Two ways. Minister Lisa, let's go. Thank you, man. Much love to you. I can't wait to see you again in Cancun. It was a pleasure hanging out with you and enjoying your time, man. And I look forward to much more of that. Minister Lisa, what makes this so special for you? Why would you, with a boldness, tell anybody you can't lose with Trevorian? Why?
Well, you can't lose with Trevorian because basically our theme, it tells us that if you want a better life, then you got to do things a little different and a little better. And the tools that we have, I promise you, if you take these tools and you use them, anything, whatever your desire in life is, it's kind of like intertwined in this business. It's intertwined in this business. This business is a gateway. It's a door to an opportunity, whatever the opportunity is that you're looking for, whether you're looking for a business or whether you just want to travel or whether you just want to spend time with family, build memories, whatever it is that you want, this business offers it in some form or fashion. So, I mean, it's a tool. Anything, I learned, one thing that I've learned during the last few weeks is that a lot of people say, well, I'm only human, I'm only human, you know, but the only difference between us and anything else God created is that we have tools. You know, we have tools to use. Any other species that God has created could actually probably overcome us if we did not have tools. You know, if we did not have tools, if we did not have a shovel, if we did not have a gun, if we did not have a knife, if we did not have something to defend ourselves, you know, a whole army of ants probably could take us out, you know, but we have tools and we have built-in tools to use also. So everything in this business, as Kyle was saying, we have coaches, we have people, we have a platform of people with wisdom and knowledge, and they're giving us tools to use. You know, so whatever it is that you want out of this business, if you take those tools and you use them, you're going to be able to accomplish it. You're going to be able to reach whatever goal it is, whether it's financially or whether it's just freedom, you know. And one thing that I'm so pleased about is because of the opportunity that we have to travel, and because now Trevorian is in everybody's mouth and people's eyes are on us. You know, they may not click like on your statuses, they may not, you know, but my phone has been ringing this week, you guys, and people that you have talked to over the years, you know, they're ringing. They want to know, how is it that you're going to Dubai? You know, what was it like to be on a camel? You know, what did you feel just walking off of that plane and entering into Dubai? What did you feel? You know, and then some people is like, well, my daughter, she even called me today and said, certain people want to know, how's your mama traveling like that? You know, I didn't know these people was watching.
Right.
You know, my son called me yesterday, Mama, I need you to go ahead and sign me up for this thing you've been trying to get me into. You know, so people eyes are on you. So we cannot lose, even when it looks like nothing is happening.
Right.
Trust me, things are happening. It's like a seed that's been planted, you know, and so for me in this business, my joy actually comes from being able to be a tool for somebody else to be able to travel, to be able to enjoy life, to be able to expand and bring increase into their lives, into their family lives, you know. And so when people say thank you for sharing this with me, and I have to turn around and say thank you to the people who shared it with me, and to the people who invested in us, and have just given us life lessons in this business. Man, you can't lose. You can't lose with the tools, you know, the tools that we have, you guys.
Woman of God, let me get you to do this before I go to Mr. Tyrone here. We have Mamu on, and she's in the UK about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. She says it was such an honor to meet my Travorium family. And then she talks about Dubai. And since you were able to meet with her there, but you also had your siblings. I know you had your brother there who's a pastor, and you had your sister there who just joined, not to build a business, but to travel. Tell us, what was it like to experience that type of camaraderie, to meet other people in the company, travel club, like Mamu and others there, and to take your brother and your sister with you too? What was that like?
I actually just finished talking about this an hour ago with my daughter. I get emotional when I talk about my siblings, you know, because it's 5 of us. And, you know, and we were raised, the way we were raised, people always say that children, we were the Sykes children. And our last name was Sykes. So they always say the Sykes children from the other side of the tracks, you know, and we actually literally live by the tracks, you know, but they always say the Sykes children from the other side of the track. So we didn't have a lot of things that a lot of the other people had, but we had each other. So we've always been a very close knitted family. And so my brother who joined the business recently, he and I, you know, they always called us, we were like tag team partners in the gospel. You know, even before we got in church, we were clubbed together. And then we got in the gospel together, and we would like always be like there for one another. And so when I became a part of this business, of course, the first place I'm going to run is to my brother, you know, and when I shared it with him, and he kind of like slam dunked it, you know, so that was like a slap in the face, you know, but my brother, he joined recently and became a part of this family, and he had never traveled anywhere, and he had never flown anywhere. And I know recently with him talking to me, and even in the ministry, being a pastor, you know, and he was telling me, he said, Lisa, I haven't been happy in a long time, you know, and he said, I don't know what it's like to laugh anymore, but to see him laughing and enjoying himself on this trip to Dubai, you know, just to watch him and my sister and our interaction with each other, you know, I mean, I was like on the outside looking in and experiencing, and just the joy of being a part of this and being able to be a tool so that they can have this experience, you know, that did my heart good. But as far as meeting everybody else, when I saw Mahmuda, I was like, oh, Mahmuda, you know, and everybody with me, I had talked about her so much, and they saw her before I saw her, and they was like, there's Mahmuda. And she said, I felt like a celebrity.
She is.
She said I felt, and just everybody else, Dr. Phyllis and Regina and Dr. P, you know, and it was just such an amazing thing. And then to find out that the week that we went, not knowing that when we booked this particular trip, that was actually the new year. That was actually the new year in Dubai.
Wow.
I can't pronounce it. Rosh Hashanah. Is that how you pronounce it? The Jewish New Year. Yeah. And that was, it came in on that Monday. We left out on that Monday on the 6th. And it ended that Wednesday evening at sundown on the 8th. But just to become a part of that, and I feel like, oh my God, it's a divine appointment, you know, and that meaning the head of the year. So I actually got to start a new year over.
So you're gonna get 2.
So I've had 2 new years in this year, you guys. So for me, that means something spiritually. It really means something. It's very powerful to me. And I see God opening doors, you know, and just not even wondering or being stressed out about anything. And then all of a sudden the phones start ringing and people saying, sign me up, sign me up. I'm ready. I'm so emotional right now because I know that this business is a blessing.
It is, and so are you. Thank you for sharing. That's very, very encouraging. Mamu says Pastor Joe was trying to hide from the ladies, but she has him on camera. All right.
Yeah, he was the only guy there in the whole bunch. But everybody kept stopping him. People kept stopping him and looking at him and saying, how old are you? They were actually asking him how old was he, because he's kind of buff. And they were like, oh, do you work out? You know, and I was like, oh man, you think you're a celebrity.
Oh, that makes funny. We're gonna call Tyrone before we go to Coach D to close us out the way that only Coach D can do it. T, talk to us, man. How is it true for you that you can't lose with this stuff we use?
Thanks for inviting me, man. This company is incredible. No matter with the membership there, every dollar you spend is being doubled. It's not like you're just throwing money out the window. And also, being that we're business owners, we get to write this off.
My Lord.
Okay, we went to Montego Bay with most of the people on the screen here, and I'll get to write that whole trip off. So there's no losing here. You know, you get to get around people that's cheering for you, trying to help you to succeed. Only reason you lose if you fail not to participate. Okay, you stay around the core people, do what they do, and you have the same success they have. Okay, they say in life the only thing that change in 5 years is the books you read and the company you keep. So the people that you keep in company with, like the most, like if you're on the job, you know, they're not trying to encourage you. You know, you might want to spend less time with those folks. So I'm gonna gather around people that want to help me get to the next level, encouraging me. Don't give up. Stay in the game. As long as you don't quit, you won't lose.
Yes.
So that's the type of people I want to be around. And Lord, I'll talk about the travel. I had an opportunity to travel with Coach D and meet Pastor Mel. Incredible people. Now that's leaders. You look around, they have 60 plus people in another country. I didn't say another city. Let me say that one more time. For those who didn't hear me, this young lady right here, Coach D, we went to Montego Bay, Jamaica, and she has 60 plus members of her team with her. Okay, that means you're doing something. If you want to be a leader and you look behind you, you don't see anybody, chances are you're not a leader.
Jesus.
So we got the proof right here. And we're so excited for you, your team, and what we're doing as a company. We're cheering for each other. We're encouraging each other. We all will win. And that's a blessing. And that's the seed we want to sow in this universe, because you see so much negativity in the world. You want to be around positive people. You want to be encouraged. You want people to love you and respect you for who you are, not just to tolerate you like what we get in the workplace. You don't get to choose the people you get to be around with. We have a choice in this business. Thank you, Trevorian.
Yes, T. That's why we had to call you, man. Somebody put that in the comments. You better call Tyrone. You better call him. Well, I'm going to call Lord, my sponsor, my coach, my friend, my big sister. And I know we have another young lady on, but I'll have her to introduce her and then to take it from here and close us out. She is the next ambassador in line. She is going all the way in and taking a whole lot of folk with her. And you just best believe Mel Keys is going to be right there holding on. I don't know who gonna go first. It don't matter, but I'm gonna be right there. But the thing of it is, I'm so excited. So Coach D, just take it from here. Let us know whatever we need to know that we don't know, because you got the information.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Well, first of all, I'm glad to see everybody. I got like, I'm multitasking here, right? I am actually sitting in a hotel with my family, hanging out. We were able to get, we're in Hot Springs where they have all the spas and the mineral baths and the this and the that, right? So we're hanging out, was able to get this 1-bedroom suite. Everybody got their own suite because I don't sleep with folk. I only sleep with my grandbaby, right? And she 4. And then the other one 27, but she got a baby. And I'm saying that to say that because of this business, we were able to afford to be able to stay here all weekend for $240, right? Whereas other people in here paying over $500-600 to be here, right? We got breakfast, we got a cocktail. They love the cocktail hour. My folks, they need deliverance. All right. Oh, free cocktails, right? So they all excited, and we've had a ball. And then I had an interview. I'm an author, so I had a book interview. So I want to thank Pastor Mel for taking the reins and being a wonderful co-host, and you all being guests. And so like I got a lot of hats going on. But what I would say about Travorium and about everybody on this screen, and I accidentally brought Deary up. The Deary is one of our newest members. She came in, I think, last night. We did something called, oh my God, as I left me, follow up the follow through. And so what on our team, and it was celebrating you. We want you back. That was the name of it. Wow. And Deary was one of those ones that came in and she joined. And we had several people, and we had 2 directors birthed out of just follow up, follow through. So if I could say anything to anybody out there, it just because a person tells you no, no does not mean no. I always tell my team, no means next opportunity. Next opportunity. It's just not the time. It's just not the season for that person at that time, because they really don't understand. We have a group going out, and then I have also multi-pass because we have another group going out to Dubai, right? So we've had lots of team members to go to Dubai. We have another group that went out today, start leaving today, going to Dubai. So they're texting me, I made it, or I'm on the plane, and all of that. So I just got a lot going on, but I just say that, it comes with the territory. You got to be, and in San Diego, we just got back from San Diego, me and Kyle and Pastor Mel, and I'm telling you what it did for me. It was the one that I've been all over the world, I literally. But San Diego changed my world. And I said to the CEO, you need to bring everyone to that spot, right? It changed my world. It being able to go to the corporate offices, being able to be in that environment, being able to look out my window and see yachts, being able to see, I was telling them even the level of pets were elevated. Right? The dogs didn't even bark at you. They stood erect, right? It's a whole nother level. I'm just telling you, y'all.
You're right.
It didn't they? You never heard a barking dog, and it was plenty of them in that hotel. Right. And the reason that I'm saying that is because sometimes, and I talked to a lady today that's getting ready to come into business, and what she said is that I never have had the opportunity to travel. I've always went somewhere with my church. I've always went somewhere. She said, but I'm at the age now where I want to see the world. And I believe that this platform will give me the opportunity to see more than one place, because now I got to accelerate I got to move expeditiously because of my age. You understand? And I always tell people I have more life behind me than I do in front of me. And what Travorium does is it gives you the opportunity to see the world at whatever level you are, whatever level you would, however you can handle it. And then once you get blessed, right, to begin to see it, then you want more. And that's what all these people on these screen, they want more and more. And my friend Tyrone is study honeymooning. His wife gonna think he is the most wonderful man in the world because he a newlywed, but he been honeymooning and honeymooning and honeymooning and stay honeymooning every.
That's
She
right.
don't know. Hint, brothers. She now knows that it probably ain't costing him but $1 a night.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Right. It probably ain't right. She just think he just the most. Ooh, wait, honey. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing like it, right? Sometimes me and my husband would sit up in our own bed. God rest his soul. And because we knew we could go stay at a resort for $0 or for $1, we would sit up. He said, pack your clothes. Where we going? And we go.
That's
and
right.
It was just me and him in the house.
Right.
You can do that with Travoriums. You can do that. You have options. So to all of those who went to Dubai, to Jamaica, Kyle is always traveling. He's our best narrator for Las Vegas. Oh my God. He if you want to go to Las Vegas, you need to connect with Kyle.
Yes.
Because he knows those hotels. He made me want to go to Resort World, and I was able to get in Resort World for $69 because of our back office, right? I was able to do that, and I'm telling you, it was a wonderful hotel.
Yes.
So, our company is growing. It's growing by leaps and bounds. Our visionaries, David and Adela Hart, with this new Louis Vuitton platform that they have to bless the women in this business. I was blessed with a new car to be able to do that. When you become a 3-star director, I love my new car, right? It's a Travoria Blue.
Yes.
And I waited a year to get it, and I'm so glad that I did because I was ready for it. But the things that you can get from this business besides just the vacations, right? And one of the things that my daughter said to me in closing, she said, "Ma, I know I talked about you when you first joined this business." She told me it was a Ponzi scheme. It was this, it was that, it was, all of that. And she said, "But I was so mistaken." And I was so mistaken. And for the memories that we have created, even before Dad passed, and now being able to spend this time with, this is the first time we all came together since my husband passed in May, and for us to be able to afford it. I mean, who can't drop $240? That's a coach purse.
Right.
Right. I mean, come on now, y'all. To be able to do that and create memories, we were able to be able to do that is because of Travorium. So what I would say to people out there, get back with the person that invited you. Get back with the person that you see this on their wall. Don't let anybody have to make excuses. If you don't see it now, that's fine. You'll come back. You'll be like Lisa. What I hear happening with Lisa. Now her business is finna blow up because people know that it's true.
Right.
People saw her. People saw her on the Campbell for 6 days and 5 nights for $89.
Right.
Because I wouldn't have rode the Campbell. People saw her in the sand. I won't sand in my eye. But I tell you, I could have ate that mall up bit by bit by bit. Right? I could have walked on them streets of gold. I could have did that, but I ain't getting on no Campbell. Campbell,
Virginia.
Somebody who was over there, I think, I don't know if it was Apostle Phyllis, or somebody told me that they camels started hollering before they got on it. They can't. So they was like, well, maybe the camel thought I weighed too much. Well, you know, I and what I love about this business is the good time that we have. Every time that we go, every time that we do go and come together collectively, we have a ball. I had a ball with Kyle, and I learned something new. I had a ball with Tyrone. I had learned something new. And although we're not on the same teams, we are on the same team.
Yep.
And we are helpers one to another. So what I would say is get back with the person that invited you. On Monday night, we have a corporate update call with our CEO. It's always phenomenal. As always, we're getting ready to launch another platform. A few other things are getting ready to happen that I can't release. But you need to just come to the corporate meetings at 8 o'clock Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. Pacific. And then on Tuesdays, we have the Daryl and Maria Roberts, which is a lovely couple who does the presentation. They are phenomenal leaders, and she just got her Louis Vuitton purse. She was so proud. I'm so proud of her. We interviewed them last week. So if you didn't see that interview, go and check it out. And then on Wednesday, it's Big 4X night, right? I'm going to let Kyle mentor me. Since my husband passed, I'm going to let Kyle mentor me in my Forex. I pay my Forex every month, but I have not opened nothing. So I'm going to launch my Forex business. I'm saying it publicly because I believe that we have one of the best platforms that I've seen and I heard, and I've been watching other people's platforms. And so on Wednesday night, if you're interested in Forex trading, you want to be here at those same times. And then on Thursday, we now have Danny Saginaw, right? Who has moved from Canada to California, who has the largest French team. He speaks French and English, and he has the largest French team and probably the largest team in the company. He will be doing the presentations on Thursday. And so those are the nights. And then on Saturday, we have our training. So get back again. If you saw this on somebody's wall, if you saw it as side of a group, get back with somebody on this screen, or get back with somebody that may have shared this with you. Get back with them. I'm gonna give it back to Pastor Mel. God bless you.
I don't know what that was, but we want to leave on that note. Coach D, we love each of you. Share the broadcast, and we'll see you at the beaches, the bank, or we'll just see you. God bless everybody.
All right. God bless. Take care, everybody.